Hi boys and girls, I hope you are all doing well and staying healthy. Today in this video, I'm going to be modeling for you one of the activities from your learning packet, which is the fluency piece. So I'm going to model for you day one, and then I'm going to briefly discuss the remaining days for that piece of work that you need to complete, okay? So first thing, before we begin the fluency, I just want to quickly refresh your memory of what the purpose is of reading fluently. The purpose of reading fluently is to read smoothly. And by reading smoothly, that will help increase your comprehension skills. So you will be reading different passages that are in your packet. But for today's purposes in this video, I'm going to be reading The First Americans to you. And as I'm reading, I'm going to have an adult sitting next to me who will also have this same story and will be listening to me read. And as I'm reading, the adult will be making sure that I'm reading words correctly. And any words that I'm reading incorrectly, they will make a mark of it on the paper by drawing a line through it. Now, when I'm reading, one of the strategies that I like to use is I like to use my finger. It helps me to scoop as I'm reading along. So that might be something that you may want to do. And I'm always paying attention to punctuation because that tells me I need to pause and slow down. So I have the adult on the side of me, and if you don't have an adult that's available, even an older brother or sister or someone that's in your house that can listen to you read for the minute, and they're going to have the story. So the adult on the side of me has the story. And then I need to set my timer. So for me, I have my cell phone. If you don't have a cell phone that's available, then you can use a tablet or even a timer on your microwave or on your stove. So for these fluency passages, we're going to be timing ourselves for 1 minute. So I'm going to set the timer for a minute, and I'm going to hand it over to the person sitting on the side of me who's going to be listening to me read. And as I'm reading this passage, I want you to pay close attention because I'm using my finger to scoop. That's going to help me read smoothly, and by reading smoothly, that's going to help me better understand the story. So I'm going to put my finger under the first word. The adult is setting the timer, and I'm going to begin. The First Americans. People have been living in North America for a long time. When explorers came to North America from Europe 500 years ago, they were looking for a way to get to the Indies. These maps did not show North America. The explorers traveled for a long time on ships. When the explorers got to land, they thought they were in the Indians. The European explorers found people when they landed in North America. The explorers called these people Indians because they thought they had come to the Indies. Late, the explorers found out that they had come to a new place. Europeans then called this new place America. The people who lived here first are now called Native Americans. So I'm going to stop the adult that's with me. We're going to stop the timer. And now the adult is going to give me back the recording sheet. So I'm going to look at the recording sheet, and I noticed that I made 3 errors when I was reading. So I'm going to figure out my score. I know in this story, at the bottom, it tells you the total amount of words read correctly. And in this story, there are 122 words. So on the recording sheet from the person that was listening to me, they crossed off the 3 words that I had misread. So because of that, my new score now is 119. I'm going to take that 119, and I'm going to go over to the fluency tracking chart, and I'm going to color that in for day 1. So I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to go up to 119, and I'm just going to shade this in because this is going to help me keep track of how well I'm doing reading from day to day. So I shaded it in, as you can see, really quickly up to 119 words. Now what you should be doing is the adult or the person that had recorded you when you were reading is now going to tell you the words that you misread. So when I look at my passage, again, I read 3 words incorrectly. The 3 words that I read incorrectly were there, Indies, and late. So now that I know which words I've read correctly, that's day 1 of my activity. Now for day 2, your responsibility again is to reread this passage again. And now this time you're going to independently go through and you're going to circle the punctuation. You're going to circle commas, periods, question marks, quotation marks, any type of punctuation within the passage, you're going to be circling. And that's your day 2 again for the fluency. On day 3, again, same thing. You're rereading the passage just as I modeled. And now you're going to take this passage again and you're going to choose a few key words that you thought were really important in this passage. Words that stood out that would help you better understand that they had some important meaning behind it. And what you could do, I might highlight it. So for example, I might highlight the word explorer. I may highlight the word Native American, and that would be an activity for day 3, just highlighting some of those key words. And then on day 4, again, you're rereading the passage for your fluency, and then you're going to be answering within your packet. There's a multiple choice question that goes along. And again, day 5, lastly, you start this whole process all over again, repeating steps 1 through 4 for each day. Boys and girls, I hope you are all doing well. I miss you, and stay safe. Bye-bye.